All right, is that better? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Good evening, Alicia. How are you? I still gotta can't hear you. Okay, yes, we can hear you. All right, am I coming? Oh, there you go. Okay. Good. Every time I think I got it down, something throws me for a little loop, but that's okay. Again, grace and peace, everyone. Welcome to Motivational Monday. My name is Zalika Black, and I am the face behind Z Black Ministries. And tonight's topic that we're going to talk about is self-care is not selfishness. Now, two things I want to do to get started. We are in probably one of the busiest times of the year. It's the holiday season. We just got out of Thanksgiving. We're getting ready to go into Christmas. A lot of businesses are closing out the end of the year. Families are wrapping up planning trips and planning holiday events. It's just a busy time when you're closing out a year and when you get to the holiday season. And today, when I was thinking about Motivational Monday leading up to today, um I just thought about self-care, and the Lord just dropped in my spirit that that's what he wanted me to talk about tonight. Self-care, and self-care not being selfishness. Now, I like to start, I'm an educator by profession, so I like to start with clear definitions. And one of the definitions of selfishness, according to Merriam-Webster, is the quality, state, or state of being selfish, concern for one's own welfare, and this is the part that's selfish, or advantage at the expense or disregard of others, excessive interest in oneself. So let me read that again. A concern for one's own welfare or advantage, but it's at the expense or in disregard of others. Excessive interest in oneself. That's what it means to be selfishness. Me, my, just about me. It's only about me. I only care about me. I don't care what it hurts you if it takes me taking care of me. That's selfishness. Self care, on the other hand, is taking care of physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects of your life to promote health and wellness. It involves doing things that support your well being and help your body, mind, and soul feel good. Guys, we can get so busy sometimes being busy, and life keeps us busy. We have jobs, we have families, we have loved ones, we have friends, we have obligations. In my case, we have ministry. There are so many things. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm an aunt, I'm a friend. So there are so many hats that a minister that we wear in the course of our day and in the course of our life. And those things can keep us busy. But as busy as they keep us, we've got to practice and put in place the habit of self-care. And when we do this, we've got to make sure that we don't allow people, and sometimes the very people that we end up serving the most, meaning our husbands, our spouses, if it's men, your wives, if it's your children, we've got to be mindful not to let them project a guilt on us for taking time out for ourselves. One of the scriptures, I always tell you guys every week that I live my life by biblical principles. And one of the scriptures that I found so profound is in Luke 5 and 16. Luke 5 and 16. And sometimes, there was this big trend a while back, WWJD, what would Jesus do? And it was talking about in a situation, what would Jesus do? So whenever I measure my right or my wrong in my life, I like to look at the characteristics of Jesus. How did Jesus handle things? And Luke 5 and 16, and I like the Amplified because I like to break things down to their simplest form. And the Amplified Bible says, but Jesus himself would often slip away to the wilderness and pray in seclusion. What was this saying? Listen, guys, I know as women and men, we are some go-getters. We are some powerful. We are some strong people. We get out there and we make it happen, and we got our nose to the grind, and we're trying to get a lot of things done. But Jesus, who was the Son of God, did not consider it robbery, although he was followed by the crowds and followed by the masses, and he had 12 faithful disciples that walked with him. He still took time to steal away by himself, and he spent that time in prayer. Now, I'm a believer in prayer. I start my day with prayer. But the point that I want to make is that Jesus took time to have alone time, to have time where he wasn't focused on the disciples, he wasn't focused on the people. It was his private time of prayer where he talked to God. And who knows what else? He sat, he meditated, whatever he did, he made sure to take time to do it. And that's what I want to motivate you guys on tonight with. You have to take time for you. And in taking that time, it is not the same as being selfish. Although a lot of times and oftentimes when you do take time for yourself, sometimes people have a tendency to want to project their urgency on your time. Like all of a sudden you taking time means that you're not going to have time for them, or you can't do what they need you to do. Here's a caveat. Here's a little nugget. Hold it close to your heart. That is okay. Yes, I said it. It is okay to put your needs above everything else in moments where you have to take care your mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual well-being. I'm a person who believes in prayer. I'm a strong prayer warrior. But there are times when I'm around people or I go into a service where I make it plain I'm praying for me tonight. Zalika's covering Zalika tonight. Why? Because if I'm not mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually in a good mindset, then I'm not able to pray for you properly and effectively. So we've got to take out time to make time for ourselves. And I don't care if you start with 30 minutes a day. If it's 30 minutes where you don't concentrate on your phone, your the doorbell, the children, the husband, the wife, the job, if you don't make you a priority. I often told I had a supervisor once and she was having health issues and she didn't want to she was feeling guilty about taking the time she had to take off for her health issues. And one day she came to work and I knew she was sick. I could see it in her face. We were also friends. And I said to her, "Why are you here?" And she proceeded to tell me all the things that she needed to get done. And she was right. She had a list, a laundry list of things that needed to be done. And I stood in her office and I looked her in the face and I said, "That is all true. But if something happens to you, these people, meaning the people who controlled the job and controlled hiring, would list your obituary and your job in the same paper." And see, sometimes jobs, people, children, whatever, even sometimes our own mental state try and make us feel guilty for stopping the whole world to take time out for yourself. What are some things that you can practice? And I want y'all to put this in the chats. Just little things. And sometimes when we think about self-care, we think about elaborate things. We got to go to a spa, we got to get a massage. Guys, we have gotten so busy in life that we forget that the bathtub is a part of the bathroom. We shower because it's quicker. A 30-minute bath in some bubbles with some calming salts, bath salts, just taking that time to lock the door, light a candle, sip on some good old-fashioned Kool-Aid if you want to, and take those moments for yourself. Read a book, listen to a video, but do it undisturbed and do it for yourself. What and we have a tendency sometimes too to feel like we have to do things in group. I see you, Alicia. Spa day, going to get your nails done, going to get your feet done. I told my husband once, he rubbed my feet in bed, and I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, brother Black, what is that going on with your feet?" And I took him years ago. This was some years ago. I took him for his first pedicure ever. He had never had a pedicure before. When he got through letting those folks massage and rub his feet, I didn't have to take him anymore. We had a little punch card where you would get, after so many visits, they'd give you 20% off your visit. I had a punch card, so when I would take him, I'd add those punches to my card. That brother got so adept at going on his own until he had his own punch card. And so when we would go together, I'd be like, "Wait, baby, let him punch my card." "No, I'm good. I got my own punch card." I see some of you commenting, going fishing, sitting in silence. Guys, my family is very musically inclined. All of my family members, my husband, my children, they love music, and they're very eclectic. You could hear anything on any given day, from Kenny Rogers to Mahalia Jackson. It doesn't matter. They just love music. I ride in silence. Now, I do have times when I will turn the radio on, or I'll listen to a podcast, or I'll listen to a sermon, or I'll listen to some music. But 90% of the time, when I am riding in my car, it is in silence. And it is because I'm inundated with speech so much during the course of the day, at my job, with my family members, that sometimes I like the silence to be able to process my own thoughts. And I don't care if you take 10 minutes, if you take an hour, I am encouraging everyone under the sound of my voice and everyone who you will share this with. If you are taking time for self care, do not let anyone persuade you, convince you, or make you think that it is selfishness. But you are taking the time to put self first. Because the reality is, if you are burnt out, if you are tired, if you are irritable, if you are physically ill, you are not giving your best to the people around you. You are giving subpar because you've run yourself down. And I'm going to tell you, as well meaning and as loving as people can be, people will watch you run yourself down. They will hear you say, I'm tired. Ooh, girl, me too. Can you do such and such for me? And they don't mind imposing their will or their need into your life. And for the most part, we can help people. We can do things. We can make sacrifices. But when you are making sacrifices for other people, are you making sacrifices for yourself? Now, I tell y'all all the time, I live by biblical principles. I support what I say in the word. Here are two scriptures I want to share with you that I think pertain to this. And one, I gave you now Jesus himself, Luke 5:16, amplified. But Jesus himself would often slip away to the wilderness and pray in seclusion. All right, that's Jesus. Best role model, best example. But here's some other scriptures. Matthew 11:28, also in the Amplified. Come to me, all ye who labor and are heavy laden and overburdened, and I will cause you to rest. I will ease and relieve and refresh your souls. What am I saying? Maybe you're not burdened. Maybe you're not heavy laden. I think everyone has some form of burdens in their life, whatever it may be, financial, emotional, spiritual, it doesn't matter. But maybe you feel like you're a person who is not burdened. The point is, the Savior, Jesus, God Himself, made time to say, I want to ease these things. I want to relieve and refresh your soul. So, what is the Bible saying? There are times in your life where you have to make sure that your soul is being refreshed. What are some things that refresh your soul? Do you take time to know what is refreshing to you? I told someone recently I was at the nail spa, and y'all, I'm A type. I'm a very A type, very controlled person. My kids will say I got control issues. That's debatable. I just like to control my life as much as possible under the unction of the Holy Spirit and led by God. But I like to control my life. Facts. So I was at the nail salon and I had my hand out to let the manicurist do my nails. And I noticed she kept having to tap my wrist and tap my hand. And I kept looking, but I realized that I was doing something relaxing that I like to do. I like to get my nails done. I was doing it and doing a relaxing thing, but I was not relaxed. I want that to sink in. I want somebody to think about that. Yes, it is possible to do something that is relaxing and not be relaxed. So, why at that moment was I getting something done that I like, but I wasn't relaxed? It is because although I was doing a relaxing thing, my mind was not in the moment. Wow. So I'm getting my nails done. I'm doing this as a self care thing, but my mind was running 100 miles per hour about things outside of the nail salon. And because I was thinking so hard about those things, it was showing in the tension of my hand. And she kept having to tap it. And then not only did she tap it, but I had to make a conscious effort to draw my attention into the moment and relax my body. So that meant I couldn't be thinking about work. I couldn't be thinking about my health. I couldn't be thinking about finances. I couldn't be thinking about my children, my husband, my job, my friends, my family. I'm in the nail salon. I am getting my nails done. Relax your hands, Zalika. Relax your hands. Relax your shoulders. Let your arm go free. My point is, we can get so busy in the day to day grind of just doing life. We'll read a book, but we're not focused on the book. How many times have you sat down to read something and found yourself having to read the same sentence multiple times? Why is that? Because we're doing things, but we're not in the moment while we're doing them. We're doing them with our mind on other things. As a part of self care, I want to encourage you, my friends, my Facebook, my YouTube family, take time to live in the moment. And in the world of social media, it is so easy to go on record mode, to go on document mode, to take the pictures. But I remember times in my life where I would post an event after the event. And it was on purpose because at the time of the event, I wanted to be in the moment. I don't want to be at the wedding, recording the wedding for those who didn't make it. I'm sorry, I'm not that person. Why? Because I want to be in the moment. I want to be looking at the wedding and enjoying the wedding. I want to be at the beach enjoying the beach. My husband and I took some pictures while we had a little getaway Thanksgiving morning where we went the day before Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving morning where we had a beachfront view. And it was the most relaxing. Oh my God, y'all. It was all my children had gone, my younger two had gone to my oldest daughter in Virginia, and they were having a sibling Thanksgiving, and it was just my husband and I home for about a week together. And this particular day before Thanksgiving, we went to the beach and had a room. It was absolutely wonderful. And although we took pictures and although the view was beautiful, I did not post them until the next day. Why? Because I was taking the pictures for my memories. I was not taking them just to share. I wanted to be in the moment. I wanted to enjoy. It was just a quick 24-hour trip. If we don't learn the difference between being selfish, that's disregarding how others feel, that's disregarding or taking advantage of others where it's all about me. That's not what it means to have self-care. Self-care is a focus and an intentional practice of being healthy physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and putting in place practices that are going to help you do that. Start 5, 10, 15, 30, one day. Start. Just start. If you're not familiar with it, just sit in silence for 10 minutes. Put your phone down, don't do anything. You would be amazed the ideas and the clarity that will come to you when you shut everything else out. And I know as a mom, one of the strangest things that ever occurred to me was shared bathroom time. Guys, I didn't know there was such a thing until I had children. I did not know that you had to share your bathroom time with the household, with your children, with your spouse. I mean, I'm in the bath, they don't care. I'm coming out the shower. They don't. I'm y'all. I'm naked. It's okay, mom. I'll look the other way, please. And I have to tell them, even in that, I'm going in the bathroom. I'm going alone, unless the house is on fire or somebody's life is being threatened. Do not come to the door. Do not knock on the door. Do not ask me a question like I have nothing else to do. Sometimes you might have to steal away to the bathroom. Sometimes you might have to sit in your car in the garage, preferably with the door open and with the car not running. And I'm being funny, guys, but you have got to make a practice of taking time for yourself. Let me make sure I gave both of those scriptures. The other scriptures that I wanted to give, Matthew 11 and 28. Come to me, all you who are labor and heavy laden and overburdened, and I will cause you to rest. I will ease and relieve and refresh your souls. God himself wants you to be refreshed. 3 John 2, Amplified Bible, 3 John 2. Beloved, I pray that in every way you may succeed and prosper and be in good health physically, just as I know your soul prospers spiritually. We have a responsibility, guys, to be in health, not just physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. And the way that we get there is by taking time for those things. This was so important for me tonight because a healthier you makes a better world. A healthier me makes a better friend. It makes a better worker. It makes a better wife. It makes a better mother. It makes a better friend. And so if I take the time to make sure that I'm healthy, if I take the time to affirm myself, write out affirmations to yourself. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Mighty are the works of the Lord, of the hands of the Lord. I am above and not beneath. I'm the head and not the tail. Affirm yourself. You are beautiful. You are smart. You are loving. You are kind. Affirm yourself. Love on yourself. Get your nails done. Get your feet done. If you can't afford that, make you a picnic and go sit somewhere. Have you a candlelight dinner. Sometimes we wait for other people to make us important. Dress up and make yourself important. Take yourself to the movies. Take yourself to dinner. Love on yourself. Think about what's stressing you. Take some time out. Put a cold compress on your eyes. Put a warm cloth on your forehead. Whatever it takes. Go fishing, Prophetess Maybeth. Sit in silence, Dominique. Go to the spa, Alicia. Whatever it takes, Lynn. Whatever it takes, guys, for you to take time out from the world and take care of you. That's what this motivation is about. And do not, for the love of anything, let people or things make you feel guilty about it. If you stop today, the world is going to go on. And if you refuse to do something for someone during your time, I guarantee you they'll find a way to get it done. We have to give ourselves permission to be people of self-care and know that it's not being selfish. All right, guys, I hope this blessed you on tonight. I just wanted to bring that reminder. Some of us have practices, but we don't practice it enough. Some of us have things that we do, but we don't do enough of it. And sometimes, and I want to reiterate this point, we are doing things, but we're not in the moment. We could be doing a relaxing thing and not be relaxed because we're not in the moment. Live in the moments that are going to bring you peace, joy, happiness. Pray. meditate, steal away like Jesus did. For an example, talk to the Father and then sit and wait for him to talk back to you. All right, let me pray over you guys. I don't want to go over my time. Father, I thank you for this time of sharing. I thank you for both my Facebook and YouTube friends. I thank you for all the people that you are going to allow to partake in this message. God, self care is not selfishness. There is a distinct difference. And you said above all that you wish that we would prosper and be in health, even as our soul prospers. Lord, you want us to have a prosperous soul. You want us to have prosperity in our health. And those things take time, care, and attention. And Father, where we have lacked giving ourselves time, care, and attention, we thank you for bringing it to our forefront, God. We thank you for bringing it to our attention. And God, we're going to practice things that are healthy for us, mind, body, and soul, God, for our spirits and our physical well being. Lord, I thank you that we are sharing ideas. We are sharing with friends. We are taking time to learn how to live in the moments. God, continue to grow us, continue to encourage us, continue to love on us like only you can. And we'll be so mindful to give your name the honor, the glory, and the praise. God, bring to the minds of the people who hear ways that they can care for themselves. If they're not financially suited to do elaborate things or things that cost money, God, show them free ways, free baths, God, free lighting the candle, free setting candles out for dinner, God, just to love on themselves. And we'll give your name all the honor, all the glory, and all the praise. All right, guys, you know I love you. Thank you for excusing me on last week. I had just gotten off the road, which was a very busy week. I spent about 5 days out of town doing ministry. So I was not able to get on last Monday. But thank you for being with me here again tonight. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for taking time out to be motivated, and let's motivate each other. Share the video. If they're not on Facebook, I put the link on Facebook. Send them the link to the YouTube channel. Share this word with someone and let them know you care enough about them to have them do self-care. All right, meet me here next Monday, same time, same place. Let's get motivated together. Blessings to you all.